Hello and welcome to Let Us Farm. My name is Emily Fong Noel Oge of Let Us Farm. So today we're going to be talking about, how do you know when your catfish is ready for sale? So that's what we'll be discussing about. But then, if you are having any problem in your farm whatsoever, all you need to do is do a video of your catfish and send this video to 081-353-48909. I would be able to help you solve any of this your problem free of charge. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back to discuss with you on how do you know when your catfish is ready for sale. I'll be right back. Welcome back. So like I said, today we're discussing about, how do you know when exactly your catfish is ready for sales? What are those signs that you see in your pond that helps you know your catfish is ready for sales? Now, the reason for this topic is that people are sending me messages and asking me, oh, my catfish is 5 months. Oh, my catfish is 4 months, 3 months. How do I know when I will sell this catfish? All right, so let's dive into it. First of all, in catfish farming, there is no particular time when and how to sell your catfish. No. So in catfish farming, like I always say, this is a business. You have to understand the business from the beginning. And before you stock, you are supposed to have an idea of what people in where you are buying. Example, before you stock your catfish, go around and find out from people who buy catfish from your area. They could be hoteliers, they could be people that run joints, they could be middlemen. Ask them what are the sizes of catfish they normally buy. Now, they will tell you the sizes. Some will tell you, oh, we buy from 1 kg and above. Some will say we buy below 1 kg, things like that. So when they tell you, that gives you a guide of what these people want to buy from you. Now, when you now flip it up, you now start raising your catfishes. So, naturally, if you get everything right in your catfishes, from 3.5 months, you start seeing 1 kg in your pond. But this doesn't mean that all your fishes will be 1 kg. Now, this is where new farmers get it wrong. Before you sell your catfish, it's always good for your catfishes at least get up to 90% of the target weight that you want to sell in your catfish. Yes. You see, when you, example now, and you want to sell catfishes of 1 kg, and by 3.5 months, you have less than, maybe you have 10% of your catfish, they've attained 1 kg or even more than 1 kg. Some will be like 1.2, 1.1, 1 kg at 3.5 months. And you now say, okay, because somebody wants to buy my catfishes, and because I have 10% that is already this, that means all the catfishes are ready for sale. And you start selling it. Now, yes, you can actually harvest some then and sell, but this is the problem. Each time you are trying to harvest your fish, you are disturbing your fish. And whenever you disturb your fish, you discover that it takes them some days before they start eating very well. So what happens is that at this period, they are going to lose weight. So you now start again to make them regain the weight. The only time this may not affect your catfish like that is, for instance, if you are somebody who sort your catfish every month, so that means that once in a month you're going to sort the catfish, and on the day you are sorting the catfish, you remove those ones you want to sell and then put it back. So it will still be just the shaking of the sorting that your catfish would have issue with, which is sometimes within 2 days they'll be fine. I don't know if this is clear, but if it's not clear, ask me and I will explain it better. So in that regard, if you want to sell your fishes for 1 kg, and like I said, by 3.5 months, you now start seeing like 10% of your fishes at 1 kg, this is not the best time for you to sell. what will trigger you, what will not give you an idea of when to sell is you continue feeding your fishes. So when you discover that you have at least 90%, 90 something percent of the weight gain in that pond are now towards your target weight sales, you can now start saying, oh, it's time for me to sell. So my catfishes have shown me that it's time for me to sell. Okay, let me explain this in case you don't understand what I just said. What I said is that what tells you when to sell your catfish is your weight target of your customers that you want to sell. So if your customers want to buy catfishes at 1 kg, by 3.5 months you should start seeing that, but that's not when to sell. So what will now give you an idea of when to sell is when these fishes that you have like 90% of them weighing the 1 kg and above that your customers want to buy. So when you see it and this is what they are weighing, they are already have 90%. Like if you stock 100 fishes and 90 of them are already weighing 1 kg and above, then you know it is time for you to sell. So this gives you an idea of when to sell. Then you'll be wondering, how do I know that 90% of my fishes are doing? There's something we call random weighing of your fishes. So you look into your pond, you see those ones that are very big, see the ones that are medium, see the ones that are small. Pick them randomly and we'll put them on scale. So if those ones that look small are now weighing that amount of weight, it means that anything on that size would be on that weight range. So if it corresponds with what you want to sell, that means it is time for you to sell. So let me still try to explain this. So for instance, now I want to sell my fishes at 1 kg and above. So by 4 months, I now look inside my pond and I say, oh, it's like my fishes I have up to 90%, because Let Us Farm told me that when I have 90%, I should be able to sell. So I now look at it at 4 months and say, oh, I have 90%. But if I want to be sure if I have the 90% so that I don't make mistake, what I do is I now look inside the pond. You see those very big ones, pick out one. You see the ones that are medium size of the big one, pick out one. You see the ones that are not too small, but they are also smaller than these first two, pick it out. Then the one that is too small, pick it out. So you have 4 fishes. Now, the very big one, we know is going to be more. Put it on the scale. Oh, this thing weighed 1.5, remove it. So those average ones, you put them on scale. Oh, they weighed 1 point something, remove it. Then that third one, that is not that big, but it's okay. You put it on scale and it's weighing 1 kg. Okay, you remove it. Then those ones that are quite smaller, you put it on scale. They're weighing 800 grams. You remove it. So if you look at this level now, you discover that your step 1, step 2, step 3 are already 1 kg and above. It's just those very small ones. So what it simply means is that the fish is telling you, hey, I have up to 90% in the pond, so you are good to sell. So this is just what we direct you. Now, because I used 1 kg, doesn't mean that it's only 1 kg. You can have a target of 1.5. You can have a target of anything. So, but what I gave you now is an overview of how you will know that your catfishes are ready for sale. Now, I have said it here before over and over again, but sometimes when you say things, people may not really understand where those things are going. So I have said it, the bigger the fish is the bigger your profit. So if you are selling melange, you don't expect the same profit with somebody that is selling 1 kg and above. And if you are selling 1 kg, you don't expect the same profit with somebody that is selling 1.5 kg. So this is how it ranks. So the more the weight, that is the more you have more profit in the catfish. Now, for people that want to do melange, I have said it openly here many times. Anytime your buyers say they want you to produce melange that is below 500 grams, my personal advice to you is, please don't do it. When you do it, you're going to lose money. These buyers will never lose money. When your catfishes are not up to 500 grams and you are selling it, you're just wasting your time, wasting your money. You'll make no profit. Don't take it from me that I have said so. You can also practice it. When you make a loss, just take it that it's one of those things in trying to do research. Then, if you must sell it, make sure that you try to add value to sell it. How do you add value? Try and be the person that will smoke that fish and sell them as smoked fish. That is the only time you will be able to make profit from any fish that is below 500 grams and above. Remember what I told you how to know about selling your fishes when they are ready for sale. So it is even applicable to when you are selling small fishes. Their size will still be measured by you having 90% of the target weight that you want to sell in in a particular pond. So that gives you an idea of that these fishes are ready to sell. Now, you may be wondering why I said it has to be 90%. When your fishes are up to 90% of the same sizes in that pond, like if you are selling 1 kg and fishes that are 1 kg and above are like 90%, it means that your profit is more. But when they are like 30, 70 and all those things, you are not likely making any headway. So I just gave you this an idea because that will give you the best profit at selling that particular size that you want to sell. Doesn't necessarily mean that if you don't have 90% you cannot sell. Please, you can sell. If you want to sell your fishes of 1 kg, general principle is that when they get to that age that you want to sell, let's say you want to sell 1 kg and above, and you start seeing 1 kg and above, you are free to sell your fish. It is your fish. But if you want to make the best of profit from it, wait until you have 90% of that particular size that you want to sell. That will give you a higher profit when you sell them. So it's about how to make more money from the sales of fish. That's what I have said. That doesn't mean that you cannot sell it at any time you wish. You can. It is totally up to you. So this is what I have for you on this. Now, if you have any question with what we have discussed, kindly use the comment section, and I promise you I will be able to answer any question that you want you have for me on this. And like I said, if you have any challenge in your farm, all you need to do is do a video and send it to 081-353-48909. Remember, WhatsApp only. I would answer you free of charge. So until I come your way next time, my name is Emele Oge of Leros Farm. Keep farming. See more of life.